Hello friends, and welcome to Butterfly Meadows Homestead. I'm Dorinda. Today I'm going to show you how to make rice in the bread machine. It is so easy. If you've ever made rice on the stove, you know that if you're not careful, that water will boil, the foam will foam up and boil over, and you have this starchy mess burnt on your stove. You just have to attend to it and watch it. And if you're cooking a big meal, perhaps you don't have that extra stove eye that you need to cook your rice on. This method, you can just set it and forget it until it's done, and you get the most delicious, fluffy, perfectly cooked rice every time. It's a great way to cook your rice, and I'm going to show you a little tip I learned years ago about how to measure the water in your rice as well. So I am going to cook 1 cup of rice, and here I have jasmine rice. I love basmati rice too, and I like jasmine rice. Now, as a disclaimer, I have never done this using the generic white grain rice that doesn't say what kind of rice it is. I haven't used that, but I'm sure it will work the same. If you do use that, just make sure you rinse it really well and get as much of the starch off as you can. So I'm going to measure out 1 cup of rice, and I always rinse my rice. I know a lot of people don't, and I don't think it's required, but I think you get a much fluffier, less sticky rice, unless sticky rice is what you're after. You get a much fluffier, less sticky rice if you rinse it. And so I'm going to show you how I do that and how I know when I've rinsed it well enough. But I just put my rice in a bowl, and I put water in it. And I have a clear bowl, so hopefully you can see. See how white and milky looking that water is? That's just starch that you can just rinse off of your rice. And what I do is I usually rinse it until it's clear. So I stir it around, let it settle, then I just drain that water off. Then I do it again. I do it until the water is mostly clear. And so that's getting the extra starch off, and hopefully any herbicides and pesticides that maybe I can get rid of too. I noticed that basmati rice has less starch and does not require near as much rinsing. So now the water is getting a little more clear. I'll probably just rinse it one more time. So see how the water is mostly clear now? So just going to drain that off as best I can. I don't use a strainer or anything. I just carefully drain it off. So now we do not need the paddle from your bread pan for this. So just set that aside and just have a clean bread pan. You don't have to oil it or anything. And we are going to put our rinsed rice into our bread pan. 1 cup of dry rice. I have heard that different kinds of rice take different amounts of water. I have really never experienced a problem with that, but if you do, then you might want to read the directions on your rice and see how much water it calls for. What I do is, and this works in almost any pot that you would have. When I'm cooking rice on the stove, I do the same thing. So just make sure your rice is pretty even in your pan, and put your water in. Now I have 2 cups of water here to 1 cup of rice, and I'm going to pour most of it in. And then I'm just going to make sure my my rice is kind of level. And then I'm going to do the finger test. So I'm going to put my finger in the water, and I want the water to come up to my first knuckle on my finger. So you touch the top of the rice with your finger. You don't dive down in it. Just barely touch the top of the rice with your finger, and the water should come to the first knuckle. And just make sure your rice is kind of level in the pan. And so it took exactly 2 cups of water for the water to come up to my first knuckle. Whenever I cook rice that way, it always turns out perfect. I don't have extra water. It's not too dry. It absorbs all the water. A friend of mine, I'm not sure where she was from, and she cooked a lot of rice, and she told me that little trick many years ago, and I have used it ever since. And I just think it's so neat that you can do that and you don't have to, measure, because I always measured my water before I did my rice, and then I had my rice sticking in my measuring cup anyway. This way you don't even have to say a cup of rice. Let's say I just want to cook whatever's left in this bag. Then I put that in there and then measure my water up to my first knuckle. And it turns out perfect every time. Okay, so now we are going to put our pan into the bread machine and lock it in. And then we're going to turn it on. We're going to be using the bake function, and on the KBS that is function number 14, and we want 50 minutes. So we are going to set our bake time to 50 minutes, and on the KBS you have to hit start twice in order to get the machine to start baking. We want the little bake light to be flashing. So now it is baking, and we just have to wait. Don't open the lid or anything. We just have to wait the 50 minutes and we'll have our rice. Okay guys, our timer has gone off. The rice has finished cooking. So we are going to get it out of the machine. And we're going to put it in this bowl and just look at how beautifully fluffy it is. Just look at that. It's not sticking together. It's all done. So just look at this beautiful fluffy rice. That's how you make rice in the bread machine. Super duper easy, and the rice just turns out perfect every time. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share. Leave me a comment below. God bless. Bye-bye.